Yo,
Hey, what's up?
hey, how's it going?
I'm alright. Down to look some Sheik gameplay today.
Cool. Yeah, I'm down. Um, my computer's been having a little bit of weird stuff, so hopefully it's fine during the lesson.
Yeah,
But if it if
it's
it,
all
if
good.
I if it starts like freezing or lagging or something, I'll just take a second, like restart it. But it should be fine.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, cool. So, what are we going to be going over? You said Falco Sheik.
Yeah, so basically, I'm in this league thing that Luna Dusk threw together, and this is the last game to determine which team wins the draft is against this opponent who I lost to last time. So
Mm-hmm.
kind of huge. Um, would be nice to get a dub.
Okay, cool. And how's
And this
out?
is the set from last time, basically, I sent you.
And this is what?
This is the set from last time that I lost, like I said.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. Okay, I got that.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm setting up the stream.
Yep.
Let me know if it's working.
Yep. I'm on
Cool.
there.
Okay, so what's been going on in this matchup, or like, why do you feel like you lost this set?
That's a good question, actually. I think, well, I was just looking at one of the games, and it's like, I feel like I work way harder than the Sheik to just get, like, the kill. Like, the
Mm-hmm.
punish game flowchart I have is just kind of pretty bad, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it just feels hard. I think my edge guarding flowchart has gotten a lot better since then, but still could use some improvement. Yeah, I think that was a big thing. It felt like I needed to hit harder to win. And also just some neutral wonkiness sometimes. Some like retreating to the side platform I hadn't quite figured out. I think I also got a bit better at that. But just actually, yeah, I have a better answer to that. I think the main thing is that I don't have like a good overarching game plan. Like I have ideas and I have like the just general like get to the good spacing with a laser Falco thing, but I don't have like a huge like oh like this is what I'm trying to do in this matchup if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Like I just have a bunch of ideas like oh, okay, CC is important, edge guarding is important, uh don't get reversal, don't get gimped, but apart from that I'm kind of a bit I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So like, if there was like a Sheik at 0 in center stage, and like they didn't have hands on the controller,
Yeah.
what would your plan be?
I guess I try to shine or grab, but both of these don't get me great openings. Like I
Mm-hmm.
get like shine, shine back air, or grab up throw, shine back air, or something. Like
Mm-hmm.
none of this is
Mm-hmm.
ideal. Or I could get like laid down air into shine into like another shine into another back air, but like yeah.
Yeah, so like the first thing to always think about against the characters who aren't like super light is always that like how bad Falco's, combos are at like 0, like the
Yeah.
shine and the down air are awful.
Yeah.
So like typically I will like the very first layer is like, okay, I need like 10 laser damage. That's kind of like the first thought I'm having.
Mhm.
If the Sheik try, like sometimes the Sheik will try to get to you before you get that laser damage, and in
Yeah.
that case, sometimes like basically sometimes you'll get a low percent up tilt shine, kind of like Jigglypuff doing like up tilt rest at like low percent on Sheik,
Yeah. Yeah.
and so that's not a bad opening. And sometimes you'll get early percent nair shine when they jump,
Mhm.
and other than that, and like sometimes maybe if you get, sometimes you do just get like a CC shine at 0, and in that case,
Yeah.
there's nothing you can really do. You just get like one more shine into an up air, or another
Yeah.
shine back air, or like something like that, or shine and then like laser them off stage and like start to set up for like an edge guard or something like that. But at 0, there's not too many options there, and so I always start out with like I need that 10 damage against
Mhm.
Sheik. Um, unless she's gonna try to stop me, and that opens up those other options. Then once you
Right.
get her to like, you get the shine, and so she's basically like a 16 to like 20.
Yeah.
Then you get like really clean pillars, and
Okay.
then you basically get pillars until, depending on the position and DI and stage, maybe like 70 to 90%.
Okay.
And that's at that weird percent where like when you shine them, it's like their DI away is usually so far away that you're never gonna get over there unless you're like maybe on like on FD. It's a little bit different because you can kind of like chase further because you're not like you're not like platform comboing or something like that. But typically your goal is going to be, you know, get them to that lowish like 16-20, combo up to like 80, and then you just hit them in the air. And a lot of people at that point will keep pillaring, and that's actually like not super good. At that point, you just want to pivot to like essentially treating her like Falcon, where you kind of like get some damage. Well, Falco doesn't really treat Falcon like this. I guess Fox treats Falcon like this. Like Fox basically treats Falcon like you do up air, up air, up air, and you run out of up airs, so you back air him, and then you just shark like the double jump and edge guard and stuff.
Yeah.
Falco Sheik is really similar to that. So you get your pillar, you get her to like 80 or something like that, and then you just get her in the air and you back air her. And then you immediately set up. You don't do lasers. If Sheik is not at like really low percent and she's off stage, the lasers usually aren't worth it. I think there's a few spots where she's already low. This doesn't happen that often. Where she's already low and she's already like, she's pretty far from the stage and she's low. And sometimes you can catch a double jump with the laser, but like. Most of the time, they won't give you that, and Sheik actually gains distance on each laser, even without SDI. Like, if she just takes the laser and holds in, she's getting, like, a better recovery each time.
Oh, okay.
And so, typically, you just kind of hit her off, and you do some form of, like, a backflip, like a full hop backflip, to kind of just threaten her drift out a little bit further. And then you have the potential to get, like, a back air, like an early back air to catch her out of her beginning of her recovery. And then otherwise you can just do the thing where basically, you know, you grab ledge, she goes on stage, and then typically what I do is I just do a wave shine, and like I'll do the wave shine so that if she DIs behind me, I just get like the down air on like the side that she was, and then if she DIs away, I just get like the full running full hop back air basically, and that'll edge guard her on the other side, and then I just repeat that pattern until she dies.
Okay.
That's like the general game plan that I kind of like try to repeat every stock against Sheik.
Okay. So get her to 10, then get her to like 70 by pillaring, then get her off stage edge guard. Basically.
Yeah, pretty much. And like there's a little bit of variability to the middle part, because sometimes you get like, you know, nair down smash at like 50 or something. Like that's fine. The main key is to not over pillar, because what'll happen is people like they will at 90 will do a down air and then go for the crazy secret tech chase that doesn't work, and then now Sheik is like alive at 100% and she's playing really defensive and holding shield a lot and stuff like that, and it just usually it's like the Sheik will naturally be more aggressive like at lower percents. Like they can't just be quite as, or they won't just be quite as like runaway campy because they're afraid of the combos. But then like at a high percent, like they're not afraid to shine, they're not afraid of a lot of stuff. And so that's basically it. You still want to let her out of the combo once you get it. You want to make sure the combo ends with her off stage and giving you some chance to do the edge guard. And typically if you get her off stage below that situation, like let's say you get her off stage anytime below like 60 basically, like let's say you she's at 60 and you get laser forward throw in the corner. I think that overwhelmingly there you should basically try to down air. Like you should go for a mix and go for the down air at any sort of like lower than 60-50 type percent. Because what happens is if you don't go, like if you get the read on the down air here, you're just golden. She dies early. A lot of times if you get an early kill on Sheik, you just win the game as Falco. But what'll happen is she'll just recover high, and you'll get a shine on like, you'll get a shine, and she'll go over here, and like you have to just basically do the whole stock, and you kind of like give up a little bit of the potential of getting those early kills. So I would just say if she's off stage early, I prefer to go for a little bit more of like a down air heavy kind of like read style. And then like once I get my combo and the back air sends far enough, I'm a lot more likely to just loop the edge guard. In some capacity.
That makes sense.
Okay,
We could look at another one of the games. Like this isn't one of the FD games, but I think there's one on Battlefield and there's one on FOD or something.
Okay.
If we want to avoid like FD specific stuff, there's like 4
Yeah.
games I sent.
Okay, I'm down to start with one of the other ones.
Because I think this is the one that I win also.
Okay.
Um,
Let's
and
try
I
this
lose
one.
the other 3, so it'll
I
be
will
better
run
to
at
look at.
you.
That's my new tag.
Yeah.
On rank.
I like it.
I changed it to I won't run at you at some point, and
Oh,
now I think it's I might run at you.
Are there 2 FD games?
There are 2, yeah. The
Okay.
other ones are definitely not FD.
Okay.
Sorry.
I will grab the 3rd Slippy file.
If it's still on FD, we can just I
Yeah,
don't
you
know
just
what's
sent
going
me,
on,
like,
but it
4
should be
FD
it should be not on FD. Yeah, there you go.
No,
Okay.
it's not. Yeah. Okay. So, an interesting piece of this matchup that I just wanted to talk about because it comes up a lot with the platforms, and I typically end up going over it in any sort of Falco Sheik situation.
Yep.
Is that when Falco is on the side plat, Sheik. There's sort of like this. I don't know what this is. Let me think. Basically, when Sheik is on the side plat, it's really, really hard to approach her.
Yeah.
And it's not very fun. But if you can manage to get directly underneath her, you are at an advantage.
Yeah, then it's great. Yeah.
And you can do the same thing where you can guard the edge of the platform here with like runoff dare and threaten short hop mix-ups, like crossing her up and stuff like that. And if she gets directly under you, you just dash full hop and you're safe.
Mm.
So like it's like you both get to stalemate pretty hard using the side plat. But I think when the opponent aggresses, Falco is in a better spot to get away than Sheik most of the time.
Yeah.
Just a thought. Okay. So this is just sort of like that game plan thing of like I would never try to hit Sheik here. I think if you want to hit Sheik here, this should be like a nair. Because you have a chance of shield pressuring the back of her shield, and if she jumps into it, you get her. But like basically, if you're going to make any gambles at 0, it should be the nair.
Yeah.
Because if she jumps, then you can get her, and you're not going to get her otherwise, really. Okay. Nothing wrong with that combo, I think. I probably would have done something like more like a nair here or something like that, and then followed it up with like maybe do like nair shark or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a weird spot with the platform. Okay, so once you're out of that early percent, the nair isn't nearly as good as like a read. You're gonna want to like basically down air knocks down out of the air right now, and so like the usefulness of nair just plummets because like down airing Sheik out of her short hop is actually just better than like the nair. You're gonna end up with way more combo opportunities and stuff like that. So the nair essentially loses a lot of its use after that percent. It's still not a bad move. Like if you were like right here and Sheik is coming down, maybe you could get like a nair here. Probably not in this exact spot, but I just mean if she's like at this height and kind of drifting in, like maybe a nair, like a fair up tilt or something. But overall, like if you're gonna take the mixes, the down air just gets way better.
Starting at like around 30, I guess.
Huh?
Starting around 30, I guess, like when it knocks down.
Yeah, starting
33, 35.
Yeah, I usually just like 40. I just like kind of play it super safe.
Yeah.
Let's see. I'm gonna watch for a little bit. I have some stuff to say.
Yeah.
Basically, once... just, I think in general in this matchup, when the Sheik is playing it correctly, their and this is kind of lines up with the platform thing I was saying, is like when the Sheik is playing this matchup correctly, they want to abuse Falco's weakness. And Falco's weakness is he struggles to approach Sheik as she does like a bunch of full hops and jumps around and like stuff like that.
Yeah.
And so like you need to exploit her weakness back, which is that she's very bad at like approaching Falco in ways that aren't punishable. So like if she tries to dash in, she's very vulnerable to like defensive down airs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then as soon as she goes for jumping approaches, she's really vulnerable to like laser nair, laser down air, laser forward air, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And or like even like laser shine. And so like you usually like by the end of a set, win or lose against a Sheik, you want to have a really good idea of how they cross space against Falco. Are they trying to like run and then they crouch under lasers? Do they want to short hop? Like what type of mix-ups do they do? Some Sheiks try to do forward airs. Some Sheiks turn around and try to do backflip back airs, you know? And like that is like a big piece of the information gathering in this matchup in general. Is like if I just sit here and laser Sheik from under the opposite side plat, like how is she going to deal with that? And so I think that like that is like the primary thing you're trying to abuse, is that Sheik struggles to like she can't do Fox like approaching full hop nairs basically. And so it's like if you were fighting against Fox but he couldn't do dash approaching full hop, the zoning would be like even stronger. Like it's pretty strong already against Fox. And so it's like there's a significant amount of zoning you can do against Sheik that like will cause her to sort of do this, I don't know, like how do I really get in on Falco type of thing, and it causes her to like think a lot about how to get in. Once she is already on that wave of like how do I really get in on Falco, these sort of cross-up mix-ups and like the down airs and like the sort of aggro stuff you've been doing so far, basically playing Sheik like a spacey, like as if you're a spacey and you're just gonna kind of like beat her up, that is sort of like a layer past the other stuff.
Right. You gotta show like the first stuff first,
so you're just like, you're never gonna get me, but if you did get to me, I'll beat you up, and then you move away and you're like, but you're never gonna actually get to me. Whereas like if you just try to beat Sheik up, a lot of times the Sheik is like, oh, I can just abuse Falco's weakness of not really being able to like get in on me, so they end up playing really defensive and stuff, and when they go defensive, I go defensive. Yeah. And then I'm like, okay, you gotta work your way back to being able to fight me, and then once they get back to fighting me, then I'll get a little bit more. So like there's a lot of spots where, for instance, like Sheik just works her way across an entire battlefield to get to Falco, and then gets lasered close up, and finally goes for the F tilt, and Falco just does the laser down air and it beats the forward tilt, and Falco gets the big combo. That's like the angle that you're looking for against Sheik a little bit more. And typically, this isn't true for all Sheiks, because some Sheiks are really bad at the tech chase. And it's a little bit different on Dreamland, I guess, because of Wispy. but ignoring those factors, typically when you get grabbed against Sheik, your goal should be, well, you don't want to get off stage at the lowest percent possible. Like you're not trying to get off stage. Like if she grabs you at 0, I'm not immediately DIing off stage. Mm-hmm. But if I will let her combo me to like 30, and then I will get off stage. Yeah. And the idea is that like if you're letting her combo you on stage, it's Sheik Falco. Like if we're being honest, she kind of does all the work for you. Like she will 0 death you accidentally most of the time.
yeah.
And
just
so it's like
use any moves at any percentage kind of works.
Yeah, exactly. And so like the one thing she isn't that good at is edge guarding Falco side B. And so like if you think about it, there's just a lot of spots where like she grabs you at 0. You're like, oh no, the big combo. They combo you for like 40 seconds. And they hit you off stage at 100, or they kill you. versus they hit you off stage at 30 and you get a mix and you either die like you were going to anyway, or you made it back and they did like 10 damage.
Yeah, yeah.
And so there's a lot of spots like that against Sheik where, like, I don't know, like, there's spots that they throw you off. You can shine stall and, like, threaten, like, I've gotten that against a bunch of Sheiks where you shine stall and they run off to try to, like, double jump back air or nair you, and you just double jump down air and you get like an early reversal or something. Yeah. And those just don't exist like on stage. And so like, and you know, there's like the ginger recovery against Sheik where you do like the up B and then you like slightly above the needle height, or honestly he even does it at needle height a lot of times, and then just goes straight to ledge. And I like doing that, but I also like the side B mix-ups even more. And the majority of the time, like, the best Sheik edgeguarders, like, in the world, like when I play against Crudo or something like that as Falco, and he'll do his tech chase, and I DI off at 30, and I do a shine stall mix, and then I side B on stage, and he does, like, a perfect ledge dash, and then re-grabs me. And it's like, that is like what you have to fear from getting edgeguarded most of the time. And so it's typically just kind of better to, like, take that risk, because I think if Falco plays perfectly, Sheik probably gets 1 in 3, which is way better than, and typically it's going to be better than that. Like the typical value I'd say is they get about 1 in 6.
Yeah.
And maybe if they're just perfect, it's like 1 in 3. And sometimes they'll get lucky and get 3 in a row, but some, you know, on stage you're just relying on their reactions to be bad. This is like an interesting spot against Sheik. So
yeah, I was gonna say I feel like I struggle a lot in that percent kind of range, like when I'm low and they're high.
Yeah, I think especially when you're in a position like these, just like threatening the back air and like the laser pressure and threatening like laser forward tilt, or sorry, laser forward throw here and stuff like that is good. But like aside from the corner pressure, like assuming like after this, like when we end up here, this is just like I think double jumping here is actually really good, because if Sheik goes for like a random full hop aerial, you usually get to avoid it and hit her. And most of the time she can't react to the double jump and actually get up to the top platform and like hit you in time if she doesn't commit. Typically, like you basically just don't like you don't want to fall on Sheik like this when you're at low percents. If you're at high percent, it's not as bad, because when you trade, you just both fly away. But at low percent, like, you know, she's not really looking for the up air here. She's looking for wave dash grab. And maybe they'll go for a back air, like she goes for a back air here. But, like, I just wouldn't really want to fight that out because of my percent. I'm a lot more willing at low percent to just, like, camp it out, reset, and look for the lasers. Oh. Here, this is another thing. Sheik short hop is really abusable. Every time you see Sheik short hop, it's the world's freest laser. And so what'll happen is you'll get like a laser here. That's the best way to describe it. It puts Sheik in a situation when you laser her out of her short hop where she is like, first of all, she's significantly limited in, like, horizontal mobility because she has low drift. And, like, if you were close enough to her when the laser hit, it's a free aerial. Most of the time, you know, you're not going to be close enough. But she'll short hop up, and you get the laser. When she lands, it's almost like when you're a little bit late to the tech chase and you think they might spot dodge.
Yeah.
Except she's way, way more likely to do something like a forward tilt. Or like a shield. Because she's at a slight disadvantage, but not really enough. It's just like a good opportunity to like potentially get openings in neutral. Where like a Sheik who might not give you, like, you laser and you do dash back, dash in, and you hit the forward tilt, like miss. Like a lot of Sheiks won't give you that forward tilt that easily. but especially like they're jumping up and they're fairing and you laser them and they fast fall to the ground, like now they're like, aha, here's like the perfect time to like sneak to the ground and get my forward tilt in, you know?
Yeah.
It just creates an opportunity a lot of times for like a slightly better mix up on your end.
Woo. Oh my god. Oh. Definitely.
Tiny rule. Whenever you're here, the mango here is to always go up. You either go up like this or up over here. It's just typically, you can also go in, like in or up. Sheik I just don't like going to the ledge a lot of times here. I think, not even just because of the needles. A lot of times they think they're clever and they'll like run off fair or something like that. Going up, Falco's up B is short enough that like the time between like Sheik might get hit by the up B if she tries to fair you and like Falco is immediately fast falling to the platform is like very small. So she would a lot of times have to react with like, oh, I'll like cancel this and then like run back and backflip back air or something like that. And if she looks like she's like really setting up for the back air, maybe I'll go for the ledge. But if she's not right now, like hardcore projecting back air, I'm like, what are you gonna do? Like fair me? Like no. I going up is typically better, and that's straight from watching Mango. Mind games. Yeah, see, like right here, this is the perfect example of like you get the laser. Your thought when you hit this laser should be, how many more can I get before she can get over here?
Yeah,
because she's at 0.
10 damage.
So it should literally just be like, oh, I just need to get my damage. Boom, 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 boom. And just try to get the lasers. She has a really tough time approaching. Well, okay, she doesn't have a hard time approaching this position, but she has a hard time approaching this position. And I'm not telling you that you should get here. More so that, like... So, the good Sheiks, and not like necessarily the good Sheiks, but basically like they want to corner you. They want to get you in the corner because she can cover your full hop with her full hop back air out of the corner, and she can cover like a lot of lasers with forward tilts and stuff like that. So they when you're lasering like this, they're gonna want to like stuff you into the corner.
Yeah.
And so what I really like to do here is I like to create a situation where I'm like, hey, I'm lasering. And they're like, well, if you don't want to get cornered, you're going to want to press to here. And so they're like, maybe Falco wants to press to here. So normally they're a little bit more careful. And they take a couple more lasers because I'm like threatening that I might move here. Then what happens, I got my couple lasers. And now I'm like, oh, you got me. You pushed me back a little bit too far into the corner. And they will usually take the opportunity to get some sort of short hop in. And then I get like laser nair at like 10 and laser nair up tilt. And then you get this big lead, off of that. So like you can kind of abuse the fact that like Sheik wants to approach you in the corner. She doesn't think that you want to stay in the corner. And you can honestly also, if she's not approaching right away, you can just keep shooting. Or if you don't like the fact that you're just staying in this position, you can just like laser full hop or something like that, and she can't recover it. But right here, like there should be no thought in your head of like it's mixed time. It should be like I'm lasering, and like how comfortable is she gonna be to take this space, and how am I going to deal with her taking that space? And look what happens. Boom. Sheik is immediately coming in like, oh, I gotta take that space. And this Sheik was not super careful about you moving here. And that definitely could have gotten her, like, up tilted for something for this. But overall, the idea is, like, they're going to move in here. And if you just kind of sat there and lasered, this would have been, like, a nice freebie opening for you. You could get, like, a dash dance down air after, like, two lasers or something like that.
Yeah, for sure.
This is that other thing I was talking about where, like, when Sheik lands... Oh, so this is the other thing, is you shouldn't be interacting anyway because you don't have the percent.
Yeah.
And then also keep in mind that immediately after Sheik's landing, she has, like, the most motivation to just throw out like an in-place option. So like the forward tilts have the highest chances of coming out right after an aerial. In fact, that's like the Sheik Scrub special is what they do is fair forward tilt. And so like just be super aware of like spots like that. And even if you got your option here, you would have probably just back aired and gotten grabbed or something like that. That's like about all Falco has in that spot.
Yep.
Nice. Forward throw. Perfect. Okay, I love that. I love that you went for the down air after the forward throw. On the early air dodge there, I think that like this down air was fine. This is sort of why I was saying that like if Sheik is like at really, really low percent, like too low, that the down air is sometimes not that good. Like I would like at this percent I would basically try to get something where like maybe she does this and I get double jump, back air, forward tilt, and then I go run off and try to do the down air at like 20-ish or something like that. So I really like this idea, but I would say like at that percent, like 9 or 10, definitely like use the fact that Sheik is a little bit afraid of that down air, but it's kind of hard to get a little bit more percent and then hit her off again, usually without her double jump, and then you get one perfect down air 50-50 or something like that. But this was overall really good. Aha. This is another classic combo error against Sheik, is that like the combo, like the combo is not over yet. There's just not a reason to end the combo where like you're jumping up. If you get like, I would say here probably either up air or back air, but the shine is fine as long as like, I don't know, it just feels like you like took the combo, you didn't try to extend the combo enough. Yeah, like that's basically it. Is like if Sheik is at 40, you're like, oh, I need to get like 30-40 more percent out of this combo. Yeah. So like you should at least be trying to get it. And like the other thing is like I have, it's like I always say this thing in the Fox Sheik, where like if you up throw back air Sheik, it puts her in an advantage state. Because like you just let her get back to the ground, whereas like empty up throw would a lot of times put Sheik in a worse position as Fox than like up throw back air, because she's just gonna DI down and away. And so like right here there are like arguments to be made that like just shining here and then like shine double jump this way and then like shark her with like she comes down and you get like a nair on her like coming down or something like that that could be like better there, you know.
Yep, that makes sense.
Okay, she's at 75, which means it's time to get any sort of hit into an edge guard, or not even an edge guard. You want like this like corner shark where she's kind of coming down at that like ledge height and she's trying to play this ledge height mix up. That's like the spot that you want to get her in. Wow.
That was unfortunate.
I think the thing that you're somewhat missing about the lasers in a situation like this, I think, is that like the lasers will get her off the ground. Like I can tell you're immediately like, oh no, she's like on the ground. But like you're not like trying to get her off the ground.
Okay.
Whereas like at 100, it might not feel good to kind of go back to that really patient laser game that you do at like 0.
Yeah.
But it is actually the best thing, because you're basically telling Sheik, if you want to fight me on the ground, it's going to be like a battle. Like you are going to struggle through laser after laser, and it like. This is just a thing you're going to have to accept in this matchup, similar to the Fox matchup and the Marth matchup, is if they are over 100% and they are not already in a disadvantaged state, prepare for a 2-minute stock.
Yeah.
Just every time. Like, if you do not get, like, 70, you hit them off edgeguard. If it resets and they're over 100, just be like, everybody over 100 is like, well, if they shine me, I'm okay. And so they just, like, play, like, super, super defensive a lot of times and, like, kind of, like, annoying and, like, slow and boring. And you just have to really prepare for it. And, like, you need to, like, remember, when Sheik is gonna camp, you camp. Just better.
Yeah.
And so, like, as soon as they go over 100, you're like, well, even if this Sheik won't camp, like, I need to prepare for the possibility of them camping, and this will also prevent them from getting, like, grounded stuff. Once they end up in the air, laser jab, back air, laser jab, nair, laser back air, laser nair.
Yeah.
Those options get better. And so, like, right now, because you're not using the lasers, she gets to basically do that. Yeah. Even though they don't really need to camp that hard because you were kind of coming in. But, like, right here, like, look at this option. Oh, not that one. Watch what she does in this spot. Dude, okay, come on, Slippy. Okay. So Sheik is here. She takes the laser. Shield. Oh, is she coming in for the big mix? Roll away. Run in, shield. Like, that's what they're going to do forever. And you just have to be the guy like, pew, 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 and eventually you get some sort of advantage state. Just a quick note. Ending up in spots like this is really frustrating. Like here. Because you just literally have, like a true mix. Or, like, here, you also kind of have another true mix. Technically, like, if you're trying to be, like, the best player ever, you should just go to ledge here and do, like, ledge dash full hop or something like that. Otherwise, I would say the main thing is, well, so what most of the time what's going to happen, and this is what happens to me, is I'm like, I don't want to just be the go to ledge and ledge dash guy. I'll play it smart. And so I shoot one laser, and Sheik just takes the laser and keeps walking forward. And then I go, I guess I should get to that ledge now.
Well, thankfully, my former teacher is definitely the go to ledge and ledge dash guy. So
okay. Yeah.
So we'll do that every single time.
Yeah, and so it's good. It's the right option. And I would say, like in this spot, if you want to throw out that one more laser and force her to press in, and then when you get your go to ledge and ledge dash, she has a little bit of a higher chance of maybe getting caught in the shine out of it. That's fine. But, like, typically in this spot, I just hate this spot against Sheik because she's threatening the back air to cover this. She's threatening the forward tilt. You're kind of a low enough percent that you could kind of make it work. Like, maybe you can, like, wave dash in here and get the ASDI down or something like that. But I just don't like that spot that much. What the?
Woo! Oh my god!
Oh, you're crazy these days, man.
I'm crazy. I'm floating.
I don't know any of that stuff.
And I'm dead.
It's how fights are in, like, dreams.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. And so, yeah, once again, like, you get this first laser, and it's just the most beautiful opportunity in the world to shoot more. Because, like, when Sheik is at 3, now, like, when I'm playing Sheik and I'm at 3%, I feel so tough. I feel like, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? I'm just going to stand on the ground and throw out moves. And then as soon as Falco gets me to, like, 10, then I just get hit by every dumb down air that they've ever come up with.
Right, okay.
And it's just
that answers
really
the, like, working harder than the Sheik kind of part of what I was saying earlier.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because, like, man, if Sheik is at 20 here, or even, like, 15, and she just, like, jabs you, and you just down air her out of the jab, like, that could just be her whole stock. And so, like, playing Sheik just feels a lot more frustrating, because, like, everything she does, like, oh, I got CC'd. Like, imagine you CC a forward tilt, but at max range. You're not going to get a shine out of that. Right, and so you're going to end up like, I did a grab up throw, and then they SDI'd the lasers, and I should switch to Fox. Mm-hmm.
I should just ledge dash more. I don't think I've ledge dash a single time this game.
The what's up?
I didn't ledge dash a single time this game.
That's
probably should have.
I feel you.
Yeah. I do it more lately, but another thing I'm improving upon, but it still needs work.
So, yeah, in a spot like this is like it's like a first laser situation, you know, where like you need to make sure you have the time to set up like a laser. Mm-hmm. And Sheik has a really good running power shield setup. So like I would say that like if you're in a spot like this, typically it's just like you just want to be aware of the running power shield is what I'll say. Like, there's a lot of spots like this where I will get a laser here, the Sheik does running power shield, short hop, nair, and I was aware of it, and I take the power shielded laser and dash back and dash in and punish the nair or something like that.
Right.
So you just have to be super aware of it being part of the mix-up. I would say that, like, a little bit of backwards momentum on this laser would help a lot. Just because they do that run and shield quite a bit in that spot. And so you either need, like, more space to establish the first laser and kind of, like, get your timing set up where you're, like, mixing the timings harder. It's basically, like, the equivalent of, like, Sheik running in, like, you do, like, a regular, mistech regular get up, and then Sheik runs in and you do, like, regular, like, short hop down air in place instantly, and she gets the run up shield grab on it or something like that. It's essentially repeating that same habit with, or not habit, but situation, but with the laser. So, right here, this is a little bit tricky, but if I look at her percent tells me that I should be down airing here. So, like, she's not past 70, so I'm probably going to want to down air, and I'm probably going to try to get her to a platform. So I'm probably going to do some sort of thing here.
Jump.
Huh?
Like a short hop double jump kind of
or run off double jump. That works too. Like the run off double jump you did here is fine, but it should be a down air just because, especially if you did it quickly. Like if you did the shine and you already had in mind, like after the shine it's down air time, you can get up here in time to get a down air up tilt, like guaranteed. You don't need to go for the plat tech chase or anything.
Yeah.
Okay, nice. Oh, I hate when that happens. This was, like, actually kind of perfect. Like, this. Except you should back air here, like, every time.
Yeah.
F smash.
I thought I was Mango.
It happens.
Yeah.
Grab there made no sense.
Yeah, what would I get after?
Yeah, exactly. So it should definitely be, like, a laser type of reset thing. This would have been the perfect grab. Like laser grab forward throw. That would have been really good there.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I back it this time.
Yeah, missed the out cancel or something. I think being patient on cornered Sheik is pretty good too. Like... So, like, right here, you kind of go in immediately on this. I would have definitely, like, tried to cover the roll on stage. And, like, my thought processes when I get this back air, when I get this, are, okay, if Sheik rolls to center, I get shine, and I'm going to get a back air out of the shine, and it'll set me up for the edge guard I want. If Sheik doesn't roll to center, she's in the corner, I get a laser, and I start, like, setting up on her.
Yeah. Good corner pressure.
And so I think that just holding the corner pressure, I think, is pretty useful. Especially when you're both at, like, high percent like this. Because you're essentially doing the thing that I was saying where you're telling Sheik you have to approach me. Now that you're at high percent, I'm not going to just go in. But, like, at the same time, she's in the corner. So it's a little bit trickier for her to, like, set stuff up. Okay, so I see. Okay, I'm gonna grab the last VOD in here. What are your thoughts on what we've been talking about so far?
That makes a lot of sense. I'm a little scared that what's gonna happen is that I'm gonna start stalemating with all the Sheiks though. Like
Start
it's
doing
gonna be
what?
like stalemating, like a lot of just like me going to side plat, like them going to side plat and me lasering on the ground and
Mm-hmm.
try to go on the ground and then they full hop to top platform and then we both end up on the ground and I try to laser them and then it just repeats itself. Like that kind of shit. I feel it could happen like quite a bit.
So
Um
what's preventing that from happening right now?
I'm approaching like the whole time. Like I'm just trying to go in, which I think is also a mistake.
But you're
And
not
it's funny
approaching
because
them for platform camping.
right, true, true,
You've been
true.
approaching them on
Mhm.
the ground.
On the ground mostly, yeah.
So
Yeah,
like, yeah, like I'm mostly talking about fighting on the ground. I think like if
yeah,
she, like a lot of characters can platform stalemate against Falco and force you into like this sort of like slower gameplay. I think Sheik is
yeah,
actually a little bit nicer than like Fox. She doesn't have like the shine or like such good like full hop aerials and stuff like
yeah.
that. If like, yeah, like I do think that if they are over 100, you should be doing that quite a bit
I think that makes a lot of sense. And
because
I've been
they
there against
also,
Fox a lot, and it
yeah, the
sucks.
Foxes do that too, where they're at
Yeah,
135 and they're like gonna be the timer is gonna say 135 and you kill me.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Also, there's like a super special secret technique against Sheik that nobody really uses. But if you shoot a very low short hop laser, it doesn't need to be frame perfect off the side
Mhm.
plat. It actually catches Sheik's short hops.
Oh, okay.
So I really like this mix up of sometimes I'll stay on the side plat one extra beat and I'll shoot a short hop laser just as they like do their little jump in center to like get ready
Mm,
to back me on the side plat and it just catches them and then you just short hop or run off and you get this free early
yeah,
combo
down
and
there.
they're like
Yeah,
never
yeah, yeah.
ready for it. Just like
Yeah,
and that is like super niche. That is not part of my big game plan in the matchup. But it's so nice to know that you have that. That you
yeah.
can just short hop laser Sheik's short hops. So I like the down air idea. Like I think that the direction your brain went for the down air was great.
Mhm.
I just need you to wait one or two more beats for the down air.
Right, yeah.
You're down airing to cover the panic option,
Mhm.
but you should be down airing to cover the smart option. That's basically
Right.
it. That's
Yeah,
just literally it.
that makes
Is that
sense.
like they're chic? Like they just like as Falco here. If you get hit off like this, you have a lot less time to deal with stuff. And then also, like, there are a lot of ways for you to die without getting instantly down aired.
Yeah.
So like, as the Sheik here, they have literally one goal, and it is not to get instant down aired.
Mhm.
And so, like, you should be working around that threat more than just, like, letting it rip.
Yeah. So you'd like dash, shield stop, and then down air or something. Or do a short up.
Yeah, like what I would say is like you could get like boom like right here, and then you can get like I would do like dash short hop right here, like you're gonna do
Mhm.
the down air, and then just go back to the stage, kind of like this,
Oh, I
but
see.
like a little earlier, like jump and then you like waveland back or something,
Yeah.
and then when she does this. I've gotten this a ton of times. You just down air this.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. On reaction, like
Or
easy. Yeah.
you back air this like backflip back air and now she's here and you run off double jump down air the panic up B, you know,
Yeah.
or sometimes again basically it's the same thing like again where it's like they're more likely to panic now because they have less options. The less options they
Mhm.
have the more likely they are to panic.
Yeah.
And so like they no longer have their double jump, they no longer have their drift options, all they have is instant up B or late up B. And so I think it's basically at that point you can just play a 50-50 of like are they going to, can I even after taking this fair honestly you could have run off and gone for another down air mix like right here just like run
Yeah.
off down air mix or grab ledge is like the other part of that mix up there.
Yeah.
Okay, So, yeah, this is one of those spots. This is one of those spots against Sheik that's always really tricky. Um, so there's this thing against Sheik and Marth where you can abuse them in a way that you can't abuse Spacies or most other characters, and it's because they don't have like they literally cannot die for holding in at this percent. There is literally nothing that you can ever do to kill them for DIing in here.
Yeah.
And so they're going to hold in pretty much every time. So I think the best option here is to shine.
Yeah.
And it's like if she goes in like you think she's going to, then you get double jump down air, platform tech chase, and you're building up to that crucial percent. Right. If Sheik was at 60 here, this back air is not a bad idea because you could potentially get the back air down air. It's a little bit of an issue still because when you get back air down air on Sheik, she just goes low and it's almost impossible to stop her from getting ledge. So the back air down air, despite feeling really good, a lot of times is just going to get you like a regular edge guard. So this isn't the worst choice here. I've definitely made this choice a lot of times, but I think just from experience, I could say that like you could even go crazy here and do like a full hop up air where like she's gonna DI in, and then you get down air down smash or something like high down air down smash, something like that. But she just knows like nah. She's just so safe there, and it's crazy. You get a kill out of it anyway. But I definitely think the shine there is probably the best option.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, good escape. Full hop away. Full hop away. She got right underneath you. And so you're just like, oh, I'm mixing. It's like you've never heard a percent. Like you're just like, nah, get over here. Oh my goodness, it's hard to even watch think about what's happening here.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna
this will all be fixed by me just trying.
Yeah, I'm gonna write all of that off because it's just like, what is even going on?
I do like that fair quite a bit, but that's maybe
you like the
a little psychotic. The fair, I do.
The fair, the fair there is pretty good. I agree. Like you're in such a negative spot that it's like, well, why not? This is like a small thing. Is like right here. This was good, but just do a backflip full hop here, because she's just coming over to get you in this spot where like, just notice how like this is what Sheik does. Like she's gonna get over here and she's gonna cover the vertical range, and this could be a back air or this could be whatever. Or she's going to come in and forward tilt. The only thing this avoids, going to here with the Waveland avoids, is the forward tilt. Whereas, like, most of the time, they're going to, like, jump aerial here or something like that. And it just kind of puts you in this spot. Whereas if you full hop here, you're just safe. There's nothing she can do about it. I don't like those forward smashes.
Me neither.
Those are the I don't have a game plan forward smashes.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, I don't think we have to worry. I think those will go away as soon as you're, like, more confident in what you're doing in the matchup.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I think it's kind of like, I feel like I'm struggling to kill the whole time because at 0 I'm doing the wrong options, and then when I'm comboing I end it too early, so it's like, I need a forward smash to kill her.
Yeah. And so this is that same spot again, whereas, like, this is not the time to throw out aerials. The reason being that all Sheik is doing is going to be shielding and rolling and jumping because she's over 100. So, like, if, maybe if she was in the corner and you got late nair shine grab or something, that's fine. But, like, you just shouldn't be like, oh, I just got to, like, aerial and that's what, like, most Spacies do. Is, like, Sheik's at 100 and they're like, oh, like, I'll just clip her with a random aerial and, like, not even know how I got the kill. And, like, that's, like, the impulse. And I've felt this impulse, like, 100 times, more. But, like, it just doesn't work, because, look, shield. Like, shield again.
Yeah.
You're going to come back. She's going to stay on, she's going to go to the ledge. No, go to ledge. Look, shield, roll, shield, wave dash back. Like, oh, she survived. If she survives this, she's shielding. Yep. And then she's like, oh, the grab. Whew, whew.
Yeah,
and it's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
this is like the root, like the gameplay like route that you need to prevent from happening. Oh,
Yeah,
what?
yeah.
This was laser jab, by the way. For sure. Boom. Like laser jab or forward tilt, you had the forward momentum from the laser.
Right, okay.
I think that technically it wouldn't have worked because I think she got the weird no impact land, but 99% of the time here
It would have worked. Yeah.
It would have worked.
Yeah.
I think what you did here was actually good though. Like this was good. Like I think the jab might have hit, but I still think what you did was correct pretty much. Yeah, this is so frustrating when this happens. And
she's at 0. Like,
yeah, there's an answer to this, and it's just late down air.
Yeah.
Into shine grab.
Oh, into shine grab. Okay.
If you do get the down air at 0, there is no universe that Sheik doesn't shield afterward. You don't even need the shine a lot of times. You can just down air grab and like imagine down air grab, back throw, forward tilt. Ooh, now you're setting up for a potential early down air kill, you know?
Yeah, I see.
Oh, I like that. I like so based on everything except for the not even the percent. Honestly, I think this was good if you down aired. Sheik's just not gonna jump from this range. Like she's not gonna take laser jump here. If she was gonna do that, she would probably shield the laser and jump or something like that. Like it's just forward tilt range. I personally, I think the perfect answer here is laser, dash back, jump to the platform, waveland off. Because it'll cover if she does the take laser walking forward tilt, and you'll get the opening while also not getting hit if she does something like wave dash back here or something like that.
Yeah.
But I think just looking at this range, my brain is like Sheik will take laser forward tilt. So like I get this, but that's why it should probably be a down air because she's grounded.
Right. Okay.
Small thing. Always, if let's say you get this, like the shine. Basically, you should do like a retreating down air or something.
Yeah, I should never.
Because she's just gonna nair out of shield this.
Yeah.
And like, if the shine hit, the down air wasn't hitting, and it's like, if the down air hit, I understand that you want like a good shine out of it. It's just kind of like it's just a small thing. It's just like right there. It's like you just don't want to like if Sheik is shielding and she keeps shielding your moves, it's not actually in your interest to just keep hitting her shield. That's basically like the point. Right, you want to get like what you want Sheik to feel is you want her to feel limited out of shield because she has to either jump or wave dash.
Yeah.
And so like that's a lot. I like doing that a lot more than being like you were doing those like wave shines back and forth like on her shield or whatever. I think those can be okay, but you want to watch out for them in general. Sheik is very good at holding shield for 3 beats and wave dash back, dash, and grabbing.
Yeah. Oh, there you
go. Okay. Whoa. Computer?
Woo?
Okay. Is the stream working still?
Yeah.
That's okay, the computer just like slowed down for a second.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, okay. That was good. Pain. Okay.
Yeah, that's just a mix-up there, right? Like the back air I try to do is just like you can't get that edge guard every time.
So
Yeah, that one. The one right before. Well,
let's see.
That.
Yeah. I think that the way you did the back air, I don't super like.
Okay.
Because basically, if you're not going to, because you can like semi react to Sheik's up B with the back air, like you can react to it with I've shown that a bunch of times where you can't react. Okay, so here's the thing: you can't react to Sheik's up B with drop ledge double jump back air.
Okay.
But you can react to Sheik's up B if you've already dropped off the ledge.
Oh, I see.
So like, I'll do like grab ledge, and you kind of have to read on the drop off timing, but you can kind of confirm if Sheik does like the up B or whatever.
Yeah.
And if you're going to make a read this hard with the timing, which is totally fine in my opinion, it should be a down air.
Yeah.
You should be shine turnaround down airing, because it's like if this back air hits, she still gets her recovery, and like so it's basically like if you're going to do the most solid option, then you should do it. But you went for like crazy read plus most solid aerial rather than like just finishing up the crazy read.
Yep.
I think this was almost good. This was almost correct. So I think going here was good, but you need to turn your back quicker.
Right. Yeah.
Like she should be feeling threatened by like wave dash off double jump back air, like right here basically.
Yeah.
And she kind of just did it for you anyway and just jumped out of the way to be like, oh. And so like right here, your back just needs to be facing her, and you need to be threatening constantly that you're coming up with this back air. Like, I'm coming up with the back air, I'm coming up the back air, I'm coming up the back air, and like there were no threats here, so then this happens and she gets ledge. This is like a really common needle that
So would you do like dash back shield stop, or like what's the this is the way to turn around, I guess, is like what I'm trying to think about. Like shine turn around? I don't.
You could just do a bunch of stuff. Like you can like turn around laser here. Like you can do just like right here. Yeah, like I think turn around laser here is probably the best option. Like full hop this way, laser that way, wave dash off back air. But you can, you could drop through here and shine turn around waveland if you wanted to. Or you can like land here and then just dash. You can even do like land here, dash this way, wave dash this way, full hop, and have like backwards momentum. Basically what you want is, let's say you came up right here and you were threatening hitting Sheik, and she goes like this. It's nice to be in a position, even if you went late here. Like basically the idea is you would be above this. And so it's like if you are coming, you have a faster fall. So if you full hopped up like this and you were coming down, she doesn't have any way to stop this back air. Whereas if you're trying to get her from below, she does have the needles.
Yep. Yeah.
And that was honestly a very good needle. Like they grabbed the ledge like perfectly there after the needles.
Yep.
Yeah, it's that over aggression when she's going to be shielding over 100.
Yep. And she keeps shielding every time.
Yeah, they're just going to keep doing it.
Yep. Yeah, and then I get shield grab. That's how they got the lead every single game.
Yeah, they rely on that a lot.
Yep.
So this is like a big thing, and I have this same problem, and it's something that really frustrates me because I'll just tell people over and over to do this, and then in tournament I keep not doing it, and it drives me nuts. But just, do as I say, not as I do type of situation.
Yeah.
When Sheik is off here, wave dash back, backflip, full hop backflip. You need to pressure her to drift away. I think it's interesting. I think a lot of the Marths are actually good at doing this. They hit Sheik off, and they just go, I'm going to go for the insane back air neutral B thing. And then, like, as Sheik, you have to drift back, and then the Marth just recovers to ledge, and you don't have nearly as many options with your up B as Sheik. So, like, do not practice tech skill like you're doing. You need to be, like, threatening that you're going to get Sheik. Her drift is very low, so, like, she's not... Don't think of it as, like, her vertical position as much as her horizontal position. The vertical position is still important, but the horizontal position is what determines how quickly she can actually get back to the ledge, which you know is her goal.
Yeah.
And so when you hit her off, like let's just count like the amount of time. So you hit her off now. Let's see, she regains control about right now. It's like 5:31.
Yeah. Yeah, I have like 3 seconds.
It's like 3 seconds. So like during that whole time, you can be like, I'm gonna go for you, and then like I do that all the time. You just full hop out, they drift back, you side beat a ledge or side beat a stage or whatever, and then like now you have a way easier edge guard. And then when they least expect it at the crazy moment, you full hop out backwards, and they drop really low, and you just fast fall nair, like reverse nair, just and like you catch them or something like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like you have the option of getting them in that spot. Back here, I would just back here this.
There. Yeah, I don't know why I did that.
As long as you don't have too much momentum, it's pretty much fine to back here. Like,
they were scared of Om's attack. Could she Om's attack?
Yeah, she can potentially Om's attack this here, but what I'm saying is like, as long as you don't like full hop back here to top plat, if you like run here and do like a back air like this, you can just do another back air on the tag.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
That's good to know.
You just need to make sure your positioning is like prepared for it or whatever.
Dang. That sucks.
It's like I was like visualizing a situation and literally missed this. Yeah. Yep. It's so when there's a Sheik that thinks that there's kind of like this debate in this matchup. Not really like a debate, but people have kind of like I just realized we're over an hour, but it's fine. I'll finish this and we'll finish up. Yeah. There's just like a thing in this matchup where like if the Sheik, I don't want to say if they're misguided enough to think that the needles are a really good edge guard against Falco, which they're not. It's like a bait. Like everyone who starts playing Sheik is like, I'll simply edge guard Falco with standing needle. It's really bad because the Falco will just be slightly above the needles, and then he gets that mix of like slight up angle where you can't punish it. If you throw needles and he does slight up angle, he's safe, and if you don't throw the needles, he gets the free going to ledge. So it makes a situation where Sheik has like a kind of a bad mix up against you if you know that she's the type of Sheik who will do the needles there.
The needles every time. Okay, so I should just go up most of the time. Okay.
So yeah, like if they keep doing the needle charge, just up B slightly above the needles, and it's like a freebie.
Yep.
And right now, this Sheik is like, I'm at 161. I need to win this game without Falco taking the stock. Of course, yep. You know, they're like, I'm gonna shield, I'm gonna roll, I'm gonna shield, I'm gonna shield, I'm gonna shield. And they're like, oh, my grab. Oh, I knew I was a good player.
God damn it.
And so that's why as soon as they're at high percent, because look, it's just happening. As soon as they're at high percent, you're like, oh, by the way, I'm going to camp you extra hard now that you're at high percent. And then they can't do it back. You're just like, nope. And and Sheik's like, yes, at 170. I knew I could do, like, it just drives me crazy. They just shouldn't be getting away with that, you know? Like, they just have this very simple plan where they, like, think that, like, you're dumb because you play Falco. And, like, from the Falco end, it's just, like, so easy to fall into these patterns that you do it, and then like I don't know, the Sheik mains just think that they're conscious and the Falcos aren't. And it's more so that like your character just has a really obvious option of hold shield there, you know?
Yeah. That makes a lot of sense.
But
it gives me a lot of tool going to this set.
Yeah. Okay, cool. And any final thoughts or questions on this?
I'm good. I have like a whole page of notes.
Excellent.
And I'm gonna go play against as many Sheiks as I can until Saturday, and hopefully beat their asses. So, yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, let me know if you have any more like thoughts or questions based on this or like clips and stuff.
For sure.
I think we went over some really good stuff, so I hope you have a good one, and I'll talk to you later.
Yeah, peace.